Morning to you, Belle. Well, Brexiteers like to talk about a post-Brexit global Britain. This is the global Britain of today. Brixton is one of London's oldest communities, oldest immigrant communities, historically quite disadvantaged, although in more recent times gentrified by the arrival of lots of young professionals. And it must be said, it's a constituency, a part of London, one of the staunchest, most Remain-supporting parts of the entire country. And of course, for Remainers, they might see some good news in what happened last night, because they'll see nobody expects a no deal, the ruling out of no deal, not to get support in Parliament tonight. And it does raise the chances of perhaps Brexit being softened or even cancelled altogether. Although what it also does is prolong the uncertainty which has been weighing over this country, and particularly this economy now for coming up on 3 years. And among the commuters I've been speaking to today, I'd say a mixture of frustration, resignation and despair.
Being there in the first place, I think it's been badly negotiated. They didn't set out the terms of what exactly they wanted out of it, and now we're in chaos.
I think that they should vote on that we shouldn't have a no deal. Yeah, and then I think it needs to be extended, and to be honest, I would quite like a people's vote, but yeah.
I don't know anymore. To be honest, I don't know anymore. I just don't get involved with it. I'm sorry.
Is it not very important?
It is, but I just don't want to know. I think whatever happens, we've just got to go with the flow.
Well, I know this is a very, very difficult question to ask you, Tadgh, but is there any general consensus amongst those people that you've asked about what their feelings are as we approach March 29th?
I think the general consensus is that people are sick and tired of Brexit and want to get on with something. And, you know, lots of polls suggesting that, reflecting that as well. Even, I would say, among some Remainers, there is a recognition that there's a sizable portion of this country which hates the European Union, and they recognise that that the status quo is probably not an option. And even among Leave voters, there has been this assumption that whenever the writing's on the wall and they're staring into the face of a difficult Brexit, that some might change their minds. I don't think there's any evidence of that happening in significant numbers, but what there is happening in significant numbers is a generational shift. You know, to put it bluntly, of course, older, more predominantly Leave voters are dying off, and younger, more predominantly Remain supporters are becoming enfranchised. And of course they might have to vote once again. People talking this week about the likelihood, the potential for a general election if Theresa May can't find a way out of this, or even, as one of those people on the street here talked about, a people's vote.